doing a Terraria versions tier list. I kind of just noticed that, like, nobody has made one of these, ever. So, I think I'd make one. Oh, we need an S tier. How do I make a new tier? No, that's not it. No, not a photo. I want a new tier. Oh, add row. So let me add a row above A, and we're going to call it S tier. So now we have the tiers. Okay, so starting off with the Nintendo Switch version of Terraria. Nintendo Switch version, in my opinion, is S tier. I just like the Nintendo Switch version of Terraria a lot. I own it. I've been playing it a lot recently. I feel like it's the best out of all the console versions of Terraria due to the fact that you can take it on the go with you, but it still is up to date with Xbox One and PlayStation 4. However, the PlayStation 4 version of Terraria, this is a PlayStation 4, yes, it's a little bit cut, but PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, for that matter, are both A tier. Because they are both basically the Switch version, but minus the portability, which is still really good. Now, the Wii U version of Terraria, I'd say is a solid C tier for me. It's pretty okay. And then the 3DS version, just no, don't play it. Don't put yourself through it. But it's just not a good version of Terraria, to be honest. But oh yeah, I forgot to add mobile onto here. Let me go do that real quick. Don't mind me. Stupid ads, get out of here. Get out. Okay. I'm just using generic images for everything for the platforms, so I just searched up phone. So this will be our mobile Terraria image, I guess. It's just this phone here. Download. Perfect. It's right here. Terraria on mobile, I'd say is a solid D tier. The Vita version of Terraria is basically the Switch version of Terraria, but inferior in every way. So it's close to the Wii U version in terms of, like, tier list. Xbox 360 and PS4 version of Terraria. Or PS3, I mean. They're D tier for me because they are literally the console versions, like these two, but the A tier, but they aren't updated, and they're like the Wii U version and the PS Vita version, but worse. So they're still better than the 3DS version, but they're still bad. And last but not least, PC S tier. God. The PC version is objectively, in my opinion, the best version of Terraria to do. If you're looking for the definitive Terraria experience, you're going to want to go for the PC version. Definitive console Terraria experience, go for the Switch version. And if you're playing most of these, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions are amazing as well. Considering that they are basically the Switch version, but minus the portability and arguably better controllers. So I'm thinking I'm actually probably going to put them in S tier along with the Switch. And, along with the Switch and PC version. I'm actually going to put the 4 up-to-date console versions up there. And mobile can stay where it is. Mobile can honestly just stay in D tier because... Okay, so in summary, worst version of Terraria is the 3DS version, in my opinion. Its controls are irrational and terrible. Irrational meaning they could have been better, but they weren't designed well. The PlayStation 3 and Xbox One versions are okay. However, the glaring flaw with them is that they aren't being updated. They're stuck on 1.2.4. Whereas the other console, whereas PC, Xbox One, Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch are all on 1.3 by now. But obviously PS3, Wii U, and Xbox 360 are never going to be updated because they're old gen console, so they can't be updated to the newer versions because they aren't supported anymore. And it's the same deal with PS Vita. PS Vita is essentially old gen console version of the Switch. Of course, that's like saying, okay, it's like the Switch version would be if the Switch version was an old gen console and wasn't dockable at all. Essentially. I mean, no dissing the PS Vita. The PS Vita was probably pretty cool. I've always been a Nintendo gamer myself. A little bit of bias towards Nintendo consoles and PC. But, I mean, you noticed I put PS4 and Xbox One in S tier. Because, you know, those versions of Terraria are still amazing. They're probably it's just as good as the Switch version. It's just the Switch as a console is better for Terraria than the PS4 and Xbox One are. However, as a game, Terraria is the same on both of them. It's just the Switch's architecture as a platform is better. And then PC obviously gets all the updates first, has the most optimized controls. It's a no-brainer on why you wouldn't play on the PC. Like, who would do that? Who wouldn't play on that? And Wii U is pretty okay. Wii U I might actually move up to B tier. I feel like the Wii U version kind of depends on what controller you're playing with. Of course, you can play on like the gamepad or the nunchuck, Wii Remote nunchuck, or Pro controller or Classic Controller Pro. Of course, the Wii Remote nunchuck is definitely the worst control scheme because it just lacks buttons and a second stick to use, so it really sucks. But anyway, moral of the story. Get the Switch, PC, PS4, or Xbox One version of Terraria if you can. All of these other versions, except for mobile, are not going to be updated anymore. So it's only Switch, PC, PS4, Xbox One, and mobile. Those are the only 5 versions of Terraria that are still going to continue to get updates. So if you invest in any other version of Terraria, so Xbox 360, PS3, PS Vita, Wii U, or 3DS versions of Terraria, do not expect 1.3 or any later updates to ever come to those platforms. They're just stuck on 1.2.4. So, peace out. See y'all in the next video.